How you doing, guys? Welcome to another episode. 2008 Subaru Tribeca. We have a little problem with the alignment. A friend of mine hit the sidewalk, messed up the alignment, but they told him that he needs to replace the strut. It's bended 4 degrees. That's what they said. So I'm gonna check it out. They say that they couldn't do the alignment because of that. Uh, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but they are the experts, so we'll see about that. But anyways, if that's true, I'm gonna show you how to replace the strut. On this vehicle, I had to order the strut. We didn't have them in AutoZone, so the strut is right there. Unfortunately, it's not the whole assembly. That means that you have to remove the spring. I have the kit to remove the springs. Some people says that it's kind of scary to do. I done that before on my Accord when I replaced the shocks, but that was before my channel. So it's pretty easy, really straightforward. But I hope we don't have any problems. This vehicle has kind of some rust underneath. Hopefully it's not difficult to remove the strut, but I'm gonna show you how to remove it and how to replace it and how to compress the spring. The first thing that I need to do, remove the tire, put jack stands, block the rear tires, and then just there is few bolts on top, few bolts on the bottom. Remove the strut, compress it, put it back on. And obviously after this, he definitely had to do an alignment. So right there is some rust in it, and that was my concern, but it doesn't look really bad, to be honest. The only thing that you need to do is remove those 2 bolts, bottom, top one, 3 bolts on top, and remove the strut. So not really difficult. So I'm gonna do that real quick, loosen everything up, remove the strut. So if you can see right there, I have 19mm ratchet, 19mm on the other side. I'm gonna try to loosen that one up. I had my 1/2 inch on this side, my cheater bar, yeah, they're really in there. Okay, that one is loose. Now let's do the bottom one. Pretty much is the same. Oh, they're really tight. I don't really like to use these 12-point sockets. Sometimes they street the bolt. 6 points works a lot better. I don't know why I was using that. Okay, so yeah, that one is already loose, but they're really in there. Oh my god, they're really tight. All right. Okay guys, so both of them are loose now, and you definitely need to do, if you don't want to do alignment, unfortunately you're gonna have to do it. Even though if you mark where this one goes, you can mark it so you can put it in the same position, but recommendation is to do it the right way, do alignment. I'm gonna remove those two, bolts, and then we just have to remove this one and remove the shock. Okay, so I removed the nut. The top one, it has the camber. Top bolt is different, so make sure you put this one on the right place on top, this one on the bottom. It's pretty much free on the bottom. I just have to remove this, which is the wheel speed sensor. It's a little clipping here. Pop that one out. On the other side, there is the, I believe it's 10mm brake line. Remove those two. Remove the bolt on top, which is 3 bolts, and this thing should be free. That's pretty easy. But the fun part where we have to compress the spring, that's coming. Here on top, there is one bolt over there, down there, that is kind of hard to get to it. That one is not bad. This one is super easy. Right now I'm using a 12mm rotary wrench for that one, but you can put a small socket in there. The problem with small socket, because these ones, they're all the way to the bottom, the small socket is not gonna reach, and the deep socket is gonna get stuck. So you can start, it's gonna take you a lot of time, but you can start with the regular wrench, get it loose on that one until you get a chance to put the small socket. On the other one too, you can do it right here, or you can remove this. I'm not planning to remove it. I'm just gonna take my time, loosen this one little by little. It's not that bad. Okay, so the 3 bolts on top, I remove them completely. Everything should be free. We just have to remove the strut. Okay. So, strut is being removed. Now we're just gonna have to find a way to remove it completely out. Okay, strut this out. That's the old one. Right here we have the new one. I already put one of the spring compressors. Try to put the other one the other way. Okay, make sure that you lock it in place. Okay guys, so because this whole assembly is kind of massive, I have to do with one wrench. Tighten them up, compress this spring. Okay guys, so I compress the spring a little bit more. I want to make sure that this thing is not gonna pop, because the way the top is designed, I cannot put the wrench in there. So vice grips on the cylinder, that's the only way right here, because my impact is not powerful enough to just remove it. That's the top. Okay, so this thing is released, spring is out. Make sure that you put the boot and this little rubber part on the new strut. This one goes first, the cover. Put it through. Make sure that it sits the same way. was sitting before. Right here, the end of the spring needs to rest in this part. Then top, I need to put it the same way, coming with a new nut. Make sure that you use the new one. So again, I have to use my vice grip because I don't have any other tools to do it. Okay guys, so if you can see, nut on top is tight all the way. That thing doesn't go anywhere. I loosen it up the spring just a little bit in order for me to have enough tension on top so the top doesn't move around. Top is sitting in place, bottom part is sitting in place. Now you just gotta remove the compressors all the way. Judging on the old Strut, I really don't know. It looks bent on the top, but you know, not really sure. But the job here is complete. I'm just gonna put everything back on it, and I'm not gonna show you in detail that because it's pretty much straightforward. The same thing that I did when I removed it. Before I finish this episode, guys, I'm not gonna lie, the hardest part is to put the strut back on. So on this, I don't know if it's on every model, but it has to go in right. So first I put this one right here on this side, closest to the firewall. Then I force, with my screwdriver, I force the strut in on the other one, and I put the nut. And right now I have my screwdriver in there forcing this nut to go in. Because if you try to put the bottom first, it's not gonna work. You have to put the nuts first, at least one, and then force the other ones. It took me like 30 minutes, I'm not gonna lie. Once I have all these 3 nuts in place, because it's really tight for the nuts to go in. But that one is almost in, I just gotta push it in. Okay guys, so I tried to put it the same way it was. This bolt, if you have it loose and you move it, it's gonna give you the camber. So I base my mark on this line on top. Pretty much it's on the same place, but you have to take the car to alignment. Torque it down to speed. A lot of torque on these 2 bolts. Once you set it up, the camber, which like I said, you have to take it to alignment. But once you kind of like set it up, tighten them up, secure everything, and installation is finished. Now my friend can go and do his alignment and everything should be good to go. Guys, the hardest part for the plate on top is to line them up and put it back on, like I said. But once you have that in place, you shouldn't have any problems. 2008 Subaru Tribeca, that's how you replace and compress shocks. This is kind of dangerous, guys. If you don't have the right tools, please don't try it at home. If you don't feel confident about compressing those springs, take it to your shop. They know what to do. Do you have any questions, guys? Please comment down below and I'm gonna be happy to help. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.